Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a very short session that will give you a quick overview about Master of Software Testing, what we did in MoST 4 briefly, and the concept about how MoST 5 is going to be going forward. This session is going to be short, just to give you a quick idea and overview about the program. When we come back into the next session, which will also be a free session, you will get to know how the schedule is going to be and how you're going to be going at to work with it. Uh, right now, I've just done a poll to understand who the audience is, and we've got exactly 25% of you who are existing participants from our previous most batches, and 75% of you are participants who are looking to join this program. So I wanted to make sure that I have a good understanding of the audience before I get started. So team, having said this, what I will do is I will do a quick walkthrough of what the program is all about, how it works, and so on, and then I will be ready to take any questions that you have and talk about the next steps. So primarily team, if you look at, there is the complete document that we did, which is an approach document for MoST. I will run through it and I'll talk about what we do in the program, what the intent is, how is it built, and how will it fit your need. That is a good decision point for you to be able to see if this is the right course for you or not. Team, primarily we're talking about it being how do you master software testing by end of the program. Now, when I say master software testing, I'm not saying that all the topics cannot be mastered in 3 to 4 months. So this is typically a 3 to 4 months program, and you'll spend a quality time with us on live webinars, on live projects, on video-based training. You will be split into teams and all that. But for the next 3 to 4 months, there's a lot of activity that you'll get into. The idea is that how do you will master 2 or 3 areas in the first 45 days and get an overview idea on the remaining areas that are key for software testing. So for example, what do I mean? I'm saying 2 or 3 areas could be something like manual plus, let's say, selenium, all right, or database testing plus UFT, or let's say mobile app testing plus selenium, and so on. Now, the reason I'm saying this is important is once you choose which would be more ideal for you based on either the schedule of trainings that we conduct or your interest level as you go and explore these areas, you will become very strong in those specific areas. For example, let's say mobile app testing and selenium. If you are able to honestly pick something like this and go about mastering this program on these 2 areas, you will create an immense amount of opportunity for yourself in the job market. In today's job market team, there are thousands of participants who are looking for the jobs, and it's going to be a very, very tough challenge for you to be able to distinguish yourself and say that yes, we will make sure I have that capability, I'm the right candidate for this job, and so on. Even for your resume to get screened. So what I would suggest is master 1 or 2 things and then get an overview idea about other things. How about other things? What do I mean? For example, how does a Jira tool work, or ALM? How does web services work? How can you work on backend testing? How can you do let's say create any frameworks? All of these things you will still add. So your resume, when it comes out, it will say I'm strong on selenium, or I'm strong on HPQTP/UFT, or I'm strong on database testing, and you will say that I'm also have knowledge on these areas. Because end of the day, once you get to the job, you need that guidance to be able to work on different areas and different scopes of work. This program is essentially to make you a master in a short time on 1 or 2 of these courses, and on a long term give you a good strong hold on many other areas. That is the reason I see a lot of success in what happens. It is not just the content, but the way it is designed to fit the need of any beginner into the field. We will go through a lot of topics, and each topic will do a deep dive. But you can choose and say that I want to specialize in these areas and focus more on them. That will be your choice, and you can always reach to us for advice. We will always start with the fundamentals, and then we will go advanced. The way we'll structure team is we will start with the very basic things like MS Office and some basic HTML SQL. We'll probably spend about 3-4 days in this area. Then we'll go to the manual software testing, the core fundamentals, quality center ALM, and a few other defect management tools will be the next phase. After which we will be conducting a manual testing live project. We will also be doing mobile application testing live project, QTP UFT, UFT live project, Selenium, and so on. This thing may not necessarily be done in this area, in this fashion. These are all independent tools. They can be learned independently. They don't have to be learned in specific order. It does not have to happen. A lot of people have come to me and said, Karthik, I don't know manual testing. Is it okay for me to learn QTP or Selenium? I say absolutely okay, because it is a tool. Manual testing has got very simple concepts into it, which I keep explaining. And when we conduct the sessions, we assume that most of you are in that area where you don't have a good exposure to even some of these basic concepts. We understand that, and that is why we make an effort to put our efforts in that direction and our approach in that direction. I'm going to quickly make a copy of this and call this as MoST 5 Pros document. That way we get a clarity. So based on our current schedule, what is coming up predominantly to start with is the Selenium code with core Java. Python, I don't know. We already have a few videos there, but at least with core Java, we're starting immediately. This is starting 1st June, this training. Tomorrow we have an orientation session. After that, 1st June, we have the training itself. After which, we will get into the live project. So this may be about a 3 weeks program, and this may be about uh, again another 3 weeks program. And this, within the 6 weeks, you will become definitely a master at Selenium. While you're doing this, you can think about any of the other technologies or tools that we can add to it and start learning them as well. Apart from this basic course system, there are multiple other courses that you can refer to. So if you go to itelearn.com, our core website, and once you go under the Master Software Testing course program, under online courses, you will see, if you just scroll down, you'll see Master Software Testing. It will show you all the list of courses that we offer. In fact, I'm discussing with my team if we can offer more programs to it. So here are the complete list of course content that will be part of it. Now, in this case team, if you look at, we also talk about very strong focus on placement assistance, conducting mock interviews, resume guidance and preparation, placement assistance, and so on. Apart from this, we will also go take you through one specific course, which is a half-day job placement training. This program is basically saying, how do you prepare your resume? Why should you prepare it this way? How to put it into job boards? How to send it? How to take your initial telephonic conversations? How to appear for your technical rounds? How do you do your face-to-face? All of these things have been covered in a very detailed manner in about 4-5 hours of videos out here, team. So that will really add to it. Once we go through this program, what I intend to do, my biggest intent is, how do we get you job ready within 45 days? If you're someone who's very strong, within 30 days, within the first 20 to 30 days, you can build a resume with example Selenium and start marketing for the job while you go through our live project. To get even project experience without having done any live projects, I have recently done one event and webinar. If you go into under events and look at, scroll down a little, you'll see need project experience on your resume. If you need to put a project experience on resume, how can you do it when you've not worked, without having to put something that is not true, without having to put something that is false? So this small webinar will guide you through that. Now, in this case, team, what I would recommend is focus on one technology and tool that you'll get master on. As per our schedule, you could go. You could also go through the video-based schedule, and that's fine. But I would suggest that this will be the key component for you. Selenium with Core Java, Selenium live project. This is the starting point that we would start with. Apart from this, parallelly, we will start doing some of the other sessions in the area of manual testing, database testing, and so on. And you'll get a good control as you go along. But the reason I'm focusing so much on Selenium is the job market right now is significantly hot for it. And that is the reason you should do it. If you attend tomorrow's webinar, I will show you the job trend for Selenium and how it is shaping up for you to get a good assessment. As part of this program team, what we will do is we will distribute all of you into study groups. Study groups is basically what happens is every batch of master of software testing is typically between 60 to 80 people. Each of these participants would love to interact with the others, so we divide them into groups of about um, this is what I'm talking about right now, of about 7 to 8 people in each team. Some teams may have 6, some teams may have 10. As they go on, they merge or they decrease in size and so on. This teams, what they do, team, is what is the essence of the whole program. While we provide the content, we deliver the lectures, we walk you through what you should do, how you should do. You go back and discuss with your team and say, hey, what are we doing today? What should we do? Study together, discuss together, support together, and be able to, help each other in learning all those gaps that you have. Especially when you do live projects, you will see that how easily you're able to work. And that orientation towards live projects is what happens in live projects. Very simple, team. We actually get a real-time project that we are given for testing and we give it to all the teams to start working, and each team comes up every twice a week, presents to us as to what they've done, how they've done. This gives them practical exposure, hands-on exposure. They go through all the challenges that they typically face, and when they present it back to us, it is nothing but a mock interview. We talk about your communication skill, we talk about how you should do it. When you do the presentations, we get a chance to review and provide feedback to you, and that will really help you to shape up and to become much better before you get there. So a combination of the right technical training and a live project is what will really break it for you. Now, if you need to be getting into it, you have to take a conscious decision of making sure that you put in the effort. It is going to be at least a minimum of 15 to 20 hours minimum needed per week. It is not going to be a program where you say that, okay, I'll come in, I'll work hard for 2 weeks and I'll go away. 15 to 20 hours minimum needed per week for the first month. After that, you can decide what you can do. For example, the previous batch of MoST, before MoST 4, MoST 3, we had probably about 70 or 80 participants who joined. Out of that, by the time we completed the course, probably about 40 or 50 people were left. The remaining 20, 30 people have already either got a job or they could not manage, they dropped out right now. But then they will come back to the next batch of MoST 4 and repeat it. So they choose to take that liberty. You can repeat the master software testing course any number of times, and we have no restriction for it. Within the 3 years period of your subscription, you can come back and keep going through it. Now, having said this, team, what I want you to focus is the fact that the team interactions are going to be amazing. You will love it. People have come back and told us that this is one thing that has really helped us a lot. We've always been doing training. We've got good words and feedback from the market, and we believe in constantly improving in that direction. But what we've added recently in the previous few year plus is the live project concept, and that goes well. So how you go through each of your teams, how you come to the presentations, how you practice, and specifically the typical question that gets asked in the interviews: what kind of a challenges did you face in this project? The reason they ask this question, team, is not because they want to see if you face the same challenges that you'll face here. The number one reason is because have you really worked? Have you really done it, or are you just faking that experience on the resume? And that will tell it. But when you do the live project, you'll see that whatever training you've gone through is implemented. You will face a lot of challenges which you'll overcome, and you're able to easily talk about it. Okay, so uh, we will go through the entire program in a very structured manner. We will put a schedule together of what and how it is. I'll quickly get a MoST schedule and show it to you. MoST schedule. This is March 4th. Where is it? Unable to open item. Okay, let's try this. So the same thing. Um, Manoj, you're there, right? Can you see if you find a MoST schedule, please? Just as a template, not a real one. This is MoST 2. Then we have, where is the MoST 4 folder? I don't know why I don't see that. MoST 4. Yeah, there you go. Videos. MoST 4 members access learning schedule. Here's the one. All right, there you go, team. So primarily, this was a schedule that we put together for MoST 4. We started during Feb, and we went through the manual testing training, MS Office, SQL, database, test management tools, manual testing live project, QTP, UFT, and now we're coming back to do the Selenium with Java, Python. We've scheduled it as per our initial schedule, delayed by a few days, to do our starter Selenium training, and we have the Selenium live project which will go on after that. So this is the current status of MoST. We have gone through these mobile app testing. This is one thing we said, that we will see if we can do videos are live. We've done it as videos, but in the next 1 month or so we'll also be doing one more live batch. That way you'll do it, but we did a live project of mobile app testing. Now with this kind of schedule, once we create for the new batch, you will go through and understand how we can structure everything and perform actions from there. And what happens with this, the how you interact with the other team members. I'm going to quickly see that the contact details are not shared. uh, this sheet doesn't have. I'm just hiding a few columns which has the information like the phone numbers and email IDs of the candidates team. So that way, I'm just focusing on showing. So this is from the previous batch, MoST 3, in fact. So here are the 33 participants who attended that specific batch, and how we divide them into teams and how they interact with each other based on the time zones they are in, and how they go through the entire program. Now, all of these members are still in contact with us. They come back for us for the job references, assistance on the resume, and so on. And we're very happy to help them out because they have put in a lot of effort to go through the entire program. When we start with our MoST 5 team, you will see that we will go through a similar schedule, we'll set it up. But what we're starting this time is because there is such an immediate need for Selenium with Java, and instead of waiting for the next MoST 5, I wanted people to be able to take that early benefit and get to a job ready status in the next 20 to 45 days. That is the overall reason, team. So tomorrow, once you attend the session on Selenium, I'll be able to walk you through more about it. And when we do the first session on MoST 5, I will walk you through the exact schedule and how things are going to be done. I am good from my side, team. I just wanted to give an overview about this. And since I don't have too many participants from the existing MoST 4, I wanted to do one final wind up session to give them the tips and tricks of what next in your career and so on. But I'll do it once we get that team together. Meanwhile, I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have and take you forward to the next one. So, team, open for questions. Please let me know if there's any questions that I could answer. All right, team. So I'm going to go through the questions now. What is the course fee? Some remarks on fee structure, please. Okay. So, team, the course fee is actually put at $2,000, but you will see that once you add it to the cart, automatically it comes down to $1,600. What happens with MoST, if you look at the value of all these courses that we put together as individual, it crosses over 4,000. But I know from an affordability standpoint that is not really doable. So it is priced at 1,600 USD. As soon as you add it to the cart, you will see that that is the price that gets added. The second thing that I'm thinking of and considering with my team to be able to add is access to web services and performance testing also as part of this. So you have access to more content that you can learn quickly rather than having to wait for such things or buy them separately. So here is the master of software testing. Sorry, now you can see my screen, I guess. Here is the master of software testing program in the pricing page. So if you go under the pricing page and you click on the master of software testing, it will get added, and automatically a 20% discount for all products over $1,000 gets applied. So you will be able to look at it from the pricing page. Now, what I would suggest is you have two options, team. If you're someone who's interested in just starting with Selenium, fair enough. You could just take Selenium to start with because that is something we're doing from tomorrow, and then upgrade later by paying the difference to join the MoST if you feel there's a need for it. Okay. If you are able to go to Selenium and be comfortable in getting a job through it, then very good. You don't have to worry about upgrading your knowledge right now. You can do it as and when you need. Uh, that's about the MoST course fee. Any other questions on anything? Let me know, please. I can walk you through some of the most frequently asked questions also out here. We have an FAQ section. You can go in here and start seeing what kind of questions people have been asking for the last couple of years on various aspects. It'll give you a lot of its perspective on how we're doing things there. What is the course fee for Selenium? So the course fee for Selenium is it's a $450 for 1 year videos. The live plus videos training is 500. If you're doing live project, you add 125. But what happens is when you click on live plus videos, you will notice that that gets added. You don't want master software testing, you remove this. And then you go back and you add again. Let's say you also want access to the live project plus videos. It will cross $500 and a 15% discount will get applied. And for $531, you get those two projects, two packages, the training package and the project package. Once you get this, then you can adjust this in a future MoST payment if you want, or just stick with Selenium itself if it's successful in getting your career started. So you have those two options. Do you provide a certificate after completion of online training? Yes, Richa, we do. We do provide the certificate, and we talk about how you can take it forward, put it on your profile, and make sure that there is a good recognition for it. End of the day, I think there are two or three things that this program does. One is it gives you all the skill that is needed. Two, it gives you the confidence, the exposure to the live projects. Three, it prepares you on how to be able to attend interviews, create your resume, mock interviews, and all that. And fourth, it will continue to be a system that you can refer to once you join the project. You have questions, you're able to come back and take support from our forum and our technical team and get your guidance. So it is a program that is not only planning to launch you, but also trying to stay with you for an extended period of time. How long one can see the videos for courses, live plus videos? It's a 1 year access, but what happens after the first year is you only pay the yearly renewal of $90. That's what you pay to renew your access. Do you have in-class sessions in California? No, I don't. The only reason I don't do in-class sessions anywhere, team, is the reason being I have such a wide and spread across audience who come from various parts of the world, mostly from the US, at least 60-70%. But then we have audiences coming from all other countries across. The other day we were looking at the number of countries that participants come, and I think it's crossed over 40 or so. The amount of customers we have spread across different countries. What are the core syllabus for Selenium? So regarding Selenium, I'll be discussing tomorrow's session. I have a session tomorrow around this time or a little earlier, I guess, where I'll be going through the entire details about that program. But this program, I just wanted you to get an idea about MoST. If I had the MoST four team members in the call, I wanted to do a quick closure and what they've gone through. When we have that session, you're all welcome to join back again and listen in on a summary of what they have gone through, what they've experienced as well. And also look at our FAQs, because FAQs will give you good details of what's happening overall on various aspects, and you can get a good suggestion. My team is there to chat with. You can always click on the chat here and start to interact with them live, so that you can get good updates on things. So, team, that's it from my side for today. If you have any questions, we are happy to help you. Come online, chat with us, write an email, or just scroll through uh, our resources that we have. One resource that I'll definitely recommend are these free events. All these events that we have done in the past are free, and they will give you a lot of good knowledge on various aspects. So we talk about how to prepare resume, how to get a QA job in 30 days, what is the power of QTP or UFT on your resume, why will Selenium transform your career. A lot of these free sessions which will really help you to get the job ready. All right. Uh, Last question before I end the session, team, is Hi Karthik, and most four members are allowed to join most five as well if we need for a few topics. You can always join for the entire program, Rina. We'd be glad to have you back. I understand we schedules change, your jobs require you to focus on them. You can always come back. And in fact, if you join most five and you say that, hey, I want to join most seven, no problem. We're not going to stop you guys from doing it. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a great weekend. It's almost weekend here. I'm in fact doing this session live from India. I've come from work trip, so I will see you back tomorrow, most of you, in the Selenium orientation session, and there we'll talk specifically about Selenium and what it's going to do for your career. Take care, everyone. Thank you now. Bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you.